in the work that we're doing with WayFinder, we're kind of forming that around 5 particular virtues that are being cultivated, that we're actually measuring that growth in those virtues. But when I think about the early engagements, the 2 virtues that kind of stand out the most are both hope and courage. And I tie that to like my own experience of pastoring, especially the last like 5 years of pastoring. And recognizing just the different kinds of skill sets that pastors and congregational leaders need to be effective in the world today, and how those skills and practices that we need are changing over time. And so that there's this need to engage in this continued work in learning communities with others for such a time as this. And so as while I was pastoring, I just recognize that while I had the gift of having so many resources and so many coaches and so many mentors in my life, one of the components that was lacking is skills around conflict, both an ability for me to recognize what I was bringing to the table. So how had I been formed around that through my own experiences in previous churches, through my experiences of my family of origin, through my current family, and that I was bringing all of that to then this really complex system, along with everybody else bringing that. And the kind of pace at which the world moves and organizations change and what has to be addressed can leave one feeling like there's no hope in this. Like, even if I do this thing that is right in front of me so well, and it's going to take the whole of me, there's going to be a next thing right around the corner, and then a next thing, and then a next thing. And so I think the thing that I find so much joy of experiencing early on in trainings is the ability for leaders to rediscover hope, which is just at the center of our theology and the center of who we are and hope to be for our congregations. But it's so easy to lose that. And then the next kind of virtue that I see as we do that early work is a rediscovery of courage. That I think all of us know how easy it is to have a failure of nerve because we're exhausted, we're burnt out, we're being asked to do things that really are impossible without these kinds of support and without the work of God in our lives. And so it feels like there's this wave that happens where suddenly there's this imagination of what could be possible. And then the next thing that happens is this rediscovery of courage that is accompanied with practices and habits and real things that people can take on and lean into that are the things they already have to do. It's just having this framework of doing the things you already have to do in such a way that we kind of get out of our own way, and that the results and our way of being can be different. And that's just infectious in a community.